What up?
To our 26 subscribers. If
We
this,
have 26.
if she could subscribe, she would.
She would.
If she had a YouTube, she would subscribe. If she had a YouTube, she would definitely subscribe.
And why aren't you, listener? If you're listening right now, why aren't you subscribed? Subscribe right now.
You know you want to.
If he could subscribe, he
So could
would.
you.
My husband just walked past me like,
I think
I'm
that
living my life.
I think that both of our husbands probably wonder that every week when we do this.
I'm like, it's only gonna get worse from here, baby. The more money I get, the more toys I'm getting.
Mhm. Yes, absolutely. We've never gotten less unhinged. We've only gotten more.
Yeah, the more like, you know, freedom I get and stability, the worse it's gonna get.
Yes, yes. And the older we get, and then just also the way that the world continues to fall apart around us,
Yeah.
that's sort of what it's about.
I think by like 40 I'll be like walking around with like wearing sequins, boas, you know, maybe a little hat,
A little fedora.
a little fedora. I
Absolutely.
c- Thank you for getting here, babe. Sorry. My dog's barking.
I
But
was
yes.
I was watching last week's episode and I fully pajamas, no bra. You know what? And I was like, I really am out here not giving a fuck.
That's literally me. I'm in my matching set. I was hoping that you'd be in your matching set again. I was like, what are the I was also every episode we record. Even today I was wearing a camo shirt. That's why I was like, I have to shower because I'm always wearing camo every episode. Wednesdays are for camo, I guess. Is that what is today Wednesday? Thursday?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh my
I
gosh, yeah, switch it up. But yeah, I'm still in my daytime attire right now, which is kind of unbelievable because it's 9:25 p.m. I'm usually out of my daytime attire way earlier than this, but here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. So, you've got 7 weeks of school left, and then you graduate, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been I definitely have another teacher where it's like the expectations are high. I have two lady teachers that are basically setting us up for like the job force,
Mhm.
and both classes are focused on doing all of the projects I've already done over and creating a portfolio. So I'm gonna suffer for the next 7 weeks and then I'm gonna be graduated.
Can I give you one piece of advice about the job force?
Please, anything.
Don't join it.
That's what my husband keeps telling me. He's like, you don't have to work. And I was like, but I feel like I do. I
Mhm.
wish that feeling would go. I wish it would leave my body, but I've been working since I could work, since I was 14. My first job was at Party City, and I loved it. I got up to the balloon supervisor.
Wow.
Yeah, that Party City actually just closed this year. Crazy.
Dang.
But I don't know. I don't know if like when being raised by like a single mom, I don't know if that feeling will ever leave me. A feeling
Mhm.
like I have, I have to, because God forbid it all just implodes.
That
I don't
feeling
have to.
left my body, baby. That feeling where I feel like I should be working, it left my body very, very shortly after I got married.
I
It's
love
like
that.
it just left. So, I a meal update. Okay, I've got 35 dishes on my list.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
That's a sleigh. That's a
so
sleigh.
we're in the kitchen burning it up, baby. I'm cooking a lot, but I'm not eating a lot.
Oh, she's skinny.
Really skinny. I've lost 18 pounds.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
18 pounds, and I've decreased my body fat by 4.2%.
Wow.
And my measurements, I think 16 inches. I've lost 16 inches on my measurements. My weight, my hips are getting little. My waist can barely see it. Arms, thighs,
Invisible.
still got a ways to go. Especially the thighs. The thighs are still thigh. Uh, I still chafe if it's hot.
Hey, thick thighs save lives. I
Exactly.
agree.
Exactly. Yeah, you just gotta do what you gotta do to keep from chafing, you know? But
Hmm.
I increased my dose to 1 milligram this week, and let me tell you, let me be transparent because I always am. Bitch, I was scared. I was really scared. I was so scared. I was supposed to take my shot on Monday. I called my NP. I said, what if we didn't do it's in my fridge, right? It's like the 1 milligram shots are like they're pre-filled, they're in my fridge.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, so what if we didn't do this in shots? She was like, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and do it. You know, she's like, I mean, of course she made sure I was okay and everything.
Right.
She's like, are you having any problems? Are you having any side effects? I was like, absolutely not. I'm doing
Yeah.
fantastic. And she was like, yeah, I think we just need to go ahead and do it. And let me know if you have any problems at all. You know, we can fix them. We can absolutely fix them. So shout out Andy. Andy is the best family nurse practitioner on in the world.
Shout out, Andy.
Shout out Andy. She is a bad bitch and she is really good about like letting you have autonomy. So for example, like with how long I've stayed on the certain dosages, like I stayed on 0.25 for twice as long as I was supposed to. I stayed on 0.5 for 2 or 3 times as long as I'm supposed to.
Right.
So she like gave me autonomy with that, like as long as I was making progress, then I could stay there. But then like with this, when I was like, I don't, I think I maybe shouldn't. She was like, no, you should. Like it's
Hmm.
she was like, you're gonna feel even better, you're gonna do even better, things are gonna go even better, you know.
Right.
So
It's so good. And I think she's totally right. I think it is just gonna it's only up from here,
no,
or down.
she is exactly right. And I got my period, which is great, and we're synced up on our periods, which is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
I won't lie, my head is like boom, boom. I'm I'm buzzing. I'm buzzy wasn't.
We're getting rid of what doesn't serve us right now, both of us.
Uh-huh.
Through our,
And our uteruses are like this big, right? Isn't that what they say?
I have no idea what goes on.
This big. This is how big my uterus is right now.
It's really crazy, but yeah, I don't really, except for like knowing that it sheds and comes out. Other than that, I don't really know what's going on in there.
Yeah, apparently it doubles in size. I learned that on TikTok. I think it's true. Sounds legit.
Feels like something's going on in there. You know
Something's
what I
definitely going on.
mean? Do you
Something's
ever
happening.
get, do you ever get those butthole spasms that like paralyze you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I sure did. Especially when I had a 9-pound child in my stomach.
But no, like I mean during your period.
Oh yeah, like they call it when you're pregnant, they call it lightning crotch, but it was never a lightning crotch. It was always in my butt. Like it
Lightning,
was always in my butt. Lightning butthole.
lightning.
Yes.
Oh, I was at a coffee shop today. So it's been the most perfect weather I've ever seen in my life.
So good. It's
It's
been
so,
crisp. I
yeah,
want to roll the window down, like just cold. I love to be cold.
yes. So
Not too cold, but cold.
parked my car at this park like a mile and a half from the coffee shop. And so I parked, walked to the coffee shop, got a coffee. I was ordering the coffee and I like got paralyzed.
Oh
I
no.
had it was brief. It was a brief
Oh, that's
paralysis,
good.
you know, but you can't really you it's hard to come back from that when you're in public because you can't say, "Oh, I just had a lightning bolt shoot through my asshole," you know?
You're like, I'm fine.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, can I get a banana nut latte? You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's crazy actually. So
Oh, God.
you're a man, just I don't know if men get that or not. I don't think they do. I think they would pass away if they did. So,
Absolutely. I agree. Oh my gosh, that just reminded me. I have to tell you the funniest story that happened today. Luke and I were at like it's like Gabe's, not everybody, it's like a Ross Marshalls kind of place. And we were trying to get candles, which was awful. We were gagging the whole time. Like all the candles were so bad. But we started just to look around at like pillows and stuff, and we were right by like the bathrooms and fitting rooms. And we were like off to the corner, and one of the like help like the workers knocks on a changing room and was like, "Is anyone in here?" And Luke just like he had like a knee-jerk reaction of being like, yeah, someone's in here." And like just like and they open the door was like in there and we just like ran away. We literally become like teenagers when we were together, but oh my God, I was wheezing. He's
That's
like, oh my
hilarious.
God, oh my God, oh my God. So yeah, so sorry if anyone's listening from games
If
today.
you were in the game's dressing room today and you had some weird stuff happen, it was
Yeah.
Caroline.
Sorry, my husband said yes, come in.
It was Caroline and Luke. I'm dying. That is so good. Well,
Oh, we have a
I
lot. We have a lot to get into tonight,
oh my
guys.
God, Love is Blind. Love is Blind. So
Grab a
we were
snack.
both wrong. We were both wrong on our predictions.
We were.
Nobody got married this season. This is the first season wherein no one got married at all.
Yes. It is crazy. Nobody said yes at the altar, like equally together. That is a first in 9 seasons. We're zero for zero. That's crazy.
It is.
Wow.
But well, we'll get into it in the general discussion, whether we think it's like a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah. Hmm.
But what we want to do right now is this really fun thing. We're going to go cast member by cast member of the six couples who made it to the engagement reveal.
Yes.
And we are going to say what question we would ask them if we
Hmm.
got to interview them at the reunion. Because I don't feel like the Lachey's are getting into it.
They
So,
really aren't. They're so, I'm like, can we get, I want us to get Cameron and what's her name?
Lauren,
The couple, yes, the couple that's still together. I'm like, can they be our, like,
agree.
please?
It should be a couple who's done the show, should be
Yeah.
hosting the reunion.
By season 9, absolutely yes. Like we don't need random celebrities, like B, C-list celebrities. I'm sorry.
They
What?
are. No, they are.
Yeah, like what do you know? What do you know about Love is Blind? You met on like TRL in the 90s.
They
Calm
have
down.
the most least the leastest Love is Blind experience ever because they both are celebrities and knew exactly what the other one looked like
Yeah.
long before they. I wonder how they even got this gig. How did they even get this gig?
I don't know, because they weren't doing anything before.
Yeah.
And
Who,
they just like,
if I was gonna like create a dating show and I was looking for hosts for it, okay, Ariana Madix, yes.
hmm.
Yeah. Hard yeah.
Yeah.
The Lachey's, no.
Yeah. Well, and Ariana's is she's so iconic because her huge argument with her boyfriend at the time was about Love Island.
Mm,
And he was like, I don't want to spend time with you because all you want to do is talk and watch Love Island. So it's so fucking iconic that she signed one of the biggest hosting contracts with Peacock and
mm.
he's a fucking loser. And she just got like an Emmy or she's going to get an Emmy. I'm just like,
Surely is.
for that argument, for him saying, I don't want to spend time with you when you're doing your hobbies. And now she's the host of the show.
She's in Fiji half the time.
Yeah, she's gonna
Yeah.
end up buying, she's gonna be the next, what's his name? The guy from Survivor. She's gonna need to buy a house in Fiji because she's there half of the year,
Mhm.
period. I'm just like, oh my God, it's like cinema. You can't like, you can't
The
make
women
this
are
up.
winning. The girls are winning right now.
Yeah, they really are.
That's all I know. The girls are winning right now. Okay.
That's kind of how I felt at the end of this episode. The girls are winning. Thank God none of them married those men.
The girls are winning, but they're like, a couple caveats, obviously. There's never any,
True, true,
but I
true.
would say
Love Jordan. Love Jordan.
overall, the girls are winning. But
Overall,
we can
yes.
say who we think is not winning
Mhm.
at the end. Okay. So what cast member do you want to start with? I think we pick a cast member, then you say your question, then I'll say my question.
Okay, I will say my first question is for Patrick.
Okay.
Patrick, why did you not leave with Anna? That's my question.
That's a good question. Can
Thank
I
you.
answer for him?
Yes, yes, Patrick.
Because my self-esteem. Oh, wait.
Oh, I just think like.
Because my self-esteem is ass, and I would rather leave with the wrong person than with no person.
Okay, you should go to therapy. That's my thing.
Yeah, definitely. He needs to get some self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason why he shouldn't have self-esteem, you know?
Yeah, like,
Truly.
yeah. Or like move somewhere where you feel appreciated, where you feel embraced.
Do
Like,
something, Patrick.
yeah, do
Do
something
something.
about it where you feel valid in yourself. I don't know.
Okay, my question for Patrick is in the scene where you were clearly getting dumped, did you truly not understand that Casey was dumping you?
Oh, okay. Do you want me to answer it, Patrick?
Please answer as Patrick. Respond.
Uh, okay, so like I think that Casey, I think she just like really she liked me and she said like we're not breaking up, but we are breaking up. So like but then she didn't want to give me the ring back, so I assumed that we're still engaged. But then she never texted me and she never wanted to see me alone. So I think she thinks I'm pretty hot. Yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
know.
Okay. Patrick. Okay. Who should we this is fun. This is fun. Who should we do next?
Well, let's just stick with the couples. Let's do Casey. Casey.
Okay. Um, I'll go first this time. Casey, I have actually no question for you, but what I would do if I could see her at the reunion, I would just roll the tapes of her sex talking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was so embarrassing as someone who was in their own home thousands of miles away a year later.
Yes. Yeah. No, I actually like fully agree with that. And I think that my question to her would just be, why are you doubling down that you were attracted to him when there is audio and then have that audio played when she's trying to rebuttal? Every time she's trying to rebuttal, I'm just not attracted to him. The attraction won't grow. I'm just not attracted to him. The attraction won't grow until she finally like doink. That's what I would do, you know.
This is a question I have for everybody that's on the show. Do you know you're being recorded?
Did you sign a waiver?
Because
Did you
she,
consent?
like right after the reveal, she was sitting there talking to the producer saying those exact words.
Yes.
And we saw it and
Hmm.
heard it on video, and it wasn't AI, babe.
No, a true producer has that art to where you get somebody so comfortable that they forget that they're in their mind, I'm making great television. And in your mind, you're like, this person really cares about me. And the other person's like, this is great television. Keep talking. Anything I can say to do to make you feel warm and cozy around me to just blah, 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 do it.
Well, it worked with her.
Hmm.
Wow.
Hmm.
Girl, wow. Okay. Let's do next Joe. What's your question for Joe?
My question for Joe is, what's wrong with you? I just want to know, like, what?
Like nothing, dude.
Like, I just think, like, I'm, like, pretty foot, like,
I just can't do this.
his,
I
like,
gotta get
count
the
is
fuck
worse
out of
than
here.
mine.
I gotta get the fuck out of here. I just can't do this. You know? I gotta
I,
leave.
I gotta leave. I gotta go.
I gotta leave. My question for Joe, very similar, but a little more specific. Have you ever been to a neurologist? Because you act like you've had multiple strokes.
Or, like, concussions from many team sports or
I
something.
feel like you have a traumatic brain injury, a stroke. I feel like I watched you have a stroke the night of the pool party in
Mm-hmm.
Mexico, and you were scaring the fuck out of Madison. And I think she had every right to be scared because you were acting like
Mm-hmm.
you were having a medical emergency. And I think that Joe forgot, or maybe he never even listened to her enough to understand that
Mm-hmm.
she's the one who's having actually a medical problem and she needs somebody to help her
Yes.
actually. But I don't know if he even picked up on that.
No, no. What is that called? Weaponized incompetence.
Mhm.
That's what that, well, I think that's what Joe has. I think that's what he suffers from.
The part where he's like yelling at her and he or not yelling, but he's like, I don't know what you're so, and she's like, well, I just don't know if you've ever woken up before.
It was, it really is such great television. It's so, like when we said last week it was so bad, it's like it's so bad it's good. Like
Right.
it's like watching a crazy train, just like it's so insane
Truly.
that people like have these conversations behind closed doors. I'm worried about everyone now.
Yeah. My question for Madison is, did you laugh or cry watching the scenes back? Because I hope you
Maybe
laughed.
both.
I really hope she laughed. Like, I hope she watched it with her sisters, and I hope that they were, or maybe with Joe's sisters. Maybe she watched it with Joe's sisters, and I hope that they were able to absolutely piss their pants laughing at him.
Yeah. That there, well, because the last time we had filmed, everybody was still together. So now everybody has broken up, which is crazy to say. But the breakup between Joe and Madison was probably the saddest for her, not for him. He's like so clearly relieved, comfortable, like weights lifted off his back. She is like scared, maybe needs like a 72-hour hold, like disassociating in crisis, sobbing on the floor. And it's like, whoa, it was intense. And I felt really sad for her because it really did show that like she was really all in. And there must have been some kind of love bombing from Joe because I was never seeing what she was seeing. Like, and maybe it was happening in the
Never, but I
bedroom or
do, I do think that they edit it to manipulate that a little bit.
totally. Yeah.
Where somebody was given a lot of affirmation, a lot of confirmation, et cetera, et cetera. And then they don't show us that part. So everybody's like, man, Madison, why were you even with Joe? But Joe might have been like, they made have, maybe they showed us like Joe's worst pod moments. I don't know.
Yeah, they had to have. They had to have because the way that she
She
was
would
even,
not, yeah, I do not think that she would have agreed to marry him, especially having this condition where she's going to go blind. And you and I had texted about it. Like,
hmm
oh, he's going to let you walk into traffic. Like, this is not the guy to be
yeah,
going blind with,
no,
okay?
not
Here,
a safe, not a safe person for you. And that was really my question to her was like, could you tell that he was indifferent to you, or was it editing? Because me, the whole time as a viewer, I felt like he was indifferent to her the whole time. Like there was not a real physical attraction and emotional connection. So that's really was my question, you know. Could you ever tell he was indifferent towards you?
yeah.
And were you just like, you know,
Note about Joe too is how he said like, "Oh, I usually like skinnier girls than her."
mm-hmm,
Okay, which is a really gross comment because she's not even big at all. Like she's not big at all, dude.
at all. Like literally, like,
Not
and
at all.
I was confused. I'm like,
And
hello?
that's just such a gross thing to say. I mean, it would be gross regardless, but I feel like it was just so you just cut out like all you automatically discount what? 70% of women, I would say 70% of women in the United States are her size or bigger.
Yeah,
60.
the US average is a size 14,
Yeah, so what? You just
which equates
automatically
to like 155 to like 210, maybe heavier. And who
yeah.
fucking cares, bro? Do you even lift? That's what I want to ask you, Joe. Do you even lift, bro? Because I'm sorry, if you're not like benching that, if you're not squatting that, then I don't want to hear from you, baby back beach
You
at
don't,
all.
you don't.
Go to the
But
gym.
this is the thing about guys though, is that they'll say stuff like that, but he didn't have any problem fucking her.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what
That's
I'm
the thing. That is the
that's
thing.
and I'm so glad that Madison was so open about that because I think that that right there is what makes all everybody be like, "Oh, like he was love bombing the F out of her literally. Like he was always love bombing her in the bedroom." And that's why we said last week that you have to understand that men can bang you even if they don't like you, unfortunately. Like that's just the sad
You're
truth.
just looking for a hole, babe.
Like sometimes men, they don't care.
They
They
don't.
don't care. You're thinking so much about, do I smell good? Did I shave enough? Is this
Right.
outfit, my hair, my curls, my makeup? They don't care. They're not even looking at you. They're looking at your body parts and it's gross and it's foul and you could go to the date with sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you're the prettiest. Hello. They've been telling us since like 2010. that they don't care.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my
Preach.
God.
Preach. Okay, who should we do next?
Okay, let's do Anton and Allie.
Okay, what's your question for Anton?
How many drinks do you have a day? I don't think we ever got a a concise number. It has to be
Okay.
like five or six for sure.
What are your thoughts on his drinking?
Um, I think that if Allie was concerned, then it was a lot more than he could say.
Mhm.
It was probably like six beers, some shots, along with the beers, probably pretty regular. When she said that, because that also happened after we filmed, when she said, "Is the tequila gone?" and we got that last week and it was half a bottle, I was like, oh baby, he's just taking shots whenever. The
Mhm.
fuck? Who's just taking tequila shots when they get home in the morning?
He's
Anton
he's Russian.
is Russian.
He's Russian. So, Mike, what I would want to know, and this is not my question for Ali. I have a different question for Ali. So this doesn't
Yeah,
count for my question for Ali. But what I would want to know is, did you guys talk about alcohol consumption in the pods? And
definitely not.
if you
I don't
did,
think.
did he lie? Because if that's a okay, my thought here,
Hmm.
which I mean, if she wasn't going to be happy with him, I'm glad that she said no. But my train of thought here is that if there are any deal breakers for you, you should be talking about them extensively in the pods. So
Hmm.
and I do completely understand why drinking would be a hard no for her being a nurse. She's seen people die of liver disease. She doesn't want to deal
Right.
with that shit. I get it. I'm with you, sister.
Hmm.
I don't deal with that either. So I get where she's coming from and I respect where she's coming from. But if that would be something I would ask in the pods. And of course, you can't control if that person's going to lie to you. But
Hmm.
I just don't think she even fucking asked.
Yeah. One, I think that for whatever reason, I could tell the following time that that was like a big breaker for her, and like I can relate to Allie because like I didn't grow up with like alcohol in the home. There was really no like there's just like wine because like my stepdad was Catholic, and then when I was in high school, I had like some like nights that I would like party and stuff, and then when I was like in my like early 20s I would have like wine and stuff, but I've like kind of like Allie, like I only drink for like special occasions. And if I do drink, it's like like one to two, maybe three drinks, but I've never been a big drinker. My parents don't drink, and I think that's where Allie was coming from. So I think that when you grow up with alcohol not around you, you perceive alcohol as like a big red flag. And I think his alcohol consumption, she could just tell that like it was such a big part of his life that he didn't even realize it.
Mhm.
And to her that was like a deal breaker, that like she's like alcohol consumption every day is not important to her. It's not necessary to her. And it was like maybe triggering, like a red flag to her. Because I did think about what you said. I'm like maybe like what Hannah said was right. Maybe it's just like it's like a little issue. But then you could just kind of see that night that when they came back, her wheels really started to turn, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And I think also it is scary. I think it's really scary as a woman to be with a man who drinks every day because you never know when that's going to tip you never know when it could tip too far and they could have like personality changes,
Right. Mm-hmm.
or like begin to get angry when they
Mm-hmm.
drink. So I definitely do think it is something to be mindful of always as a woman. I assumed that her big concern about it was from working in healthcare and being like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna like willingly sign myself up for this because
Right.
liver disease is horrendous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm sure it's like a lot of, and I think that they talked about partying because she did say like he always told me that his friends were partiers, but he wasn't. So it sounds like he kind of told her what she wanted to hear.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that definitely backfired. I think maybe if he would have been honest and said, like, yes, I did party a lot. I was really wild and like I might still need to like have that feeling. I think she needed more transparency from him. And she, because I do think she loved him. She was
Oh, she did.
genuinely like she like I mean you could tell from the beginning that she really loved him.
Yeah.
And but I respect her boundaries and I something I put in my notes is I'm so glad that they aged up the women because I feared that this is exactly why women settle and get trapped in marriages and relationships when they're young because of financial dependence and I feel like aging up women in shows like this can really protect women from ending up in bad relationships, you
Mhm.
know?
My question for Anton is when did you propose? Because he did not propose at their reveal.
Oh yeah, in the
And I
in the
want
pods? Didn't he propose in the
he
pods?
did in the pods, but you know how they always
Okay.
do it then like at the reveal.
Oh yeah,
He did
yeah, yeah.
not propose to her or give her her ring at the reveal. So when did you do that? And
Yeah,
did you forget? Were you too nervous? Were you hesitant? How come that didn't go like it like always goes?
right.
That would be my question for him. And for Allie, my question is, girl, you are so beautiful. Have you had any work done? I would love to know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a good question.
What would you
My question for Ali was, who's the most famous man to slide in your DMs?
Ooh,
Because I know there's a celebrity in those DMs, girl. I know.
that's a good
And
question.
I can't wait to see your celebrity husband because you deserve it. And I'm sure you'll find one that doesn't drink. There's
Yeah,
plenty.
yes, absolutely. She's gonna end up with.
Yeah. And she deserves it. Yeah,
I agree. I agree.
yeah,
That's the thing. Allie is a princess and Anton's just a guy.
yeah. And what you just said, I want to double back because when just a guy has family and friends that worship him, and then they meet a girl that's a princess,
Oh,
like a real life princess, then it's like, bing, bing. I think that Allie, her light would have just gotten so dimmed by being Anton's wife. Like, I think that he would have just like looked at her like, I mean, when I saw how he was engaging with his mom, like she's saying like you're the most amazing person to me, and he's not even making eye contact, eating his egg sandwich, his egg croissant. He's like, and she's like, you're the most beautiful, precious baby. And he's like, I was like, that was like, hello? Make if that was my son, I'd be like, can you stop and like listen to what I'm saying, you weirdo? Like,
oh, literally.
I just need like, and this might be like a cultural thing, and I get it. I have watched a lot of these TLC dating shows. I understand that the Russian culture is so, so, so different from like American culture, and I understand that like, men are like praised for the work that they do and stuff, but like this, that's just like not how Allie was raised. Allie is Brazilian. She was raised by like a single mom. She has a stepdad. She has three really strong sisters. Like, and I think he met his match, and it was either like get with it or get lost. And she said get lost. He
Mhm,
couldn't step up the way that she needed him to step up as a husband,
mhm.
in my
She's
opinion.
Barbie and he is just Ken.
He's just Ken. And I did not like when that girl was like, what a fucking bitch. Because this is the point of the show.
This is the point. Yes, which yes,
Yes,
we
we will
will
get to, but come on,
go
guys.
back to that.
Yeah.
Okay, who do you want to do next?
Let's do KB and Edmund.
Okay, Edmund, what's your question for Edmund?
I want to know why his mom didn't show up to his wedding.
Great question.
Yeah. I just,
Because there's no excuse for that. None.
no. Who
None.
misses their son's wedding? It doesn't matter how many sons you have. But obviously, we know that that relationship in itself was traumatic,
Mhm.
problematic his whole life. So, yeah, that's sad. And I'm sure he has a lot of like maternal wounds, and I feel like KB got projected with a lot of those maternal wounds. Because, like, why can't you say something nice to me? Like, she's not your mommy, babe. Like, she's not your mommy. Like, say something nice to her, you
Mhm.
know? And when she talked about how he acted the night of the Western night when they all and I was like, ew. And I love the way Katie was like, I wish there would have been like visuals with that because that was such a Bravo moment where she was like, wait a minute, let's roll back the tape because we need to understand what led up to that fight. And then she does her story time of how like gross he behaved that whole day when
Yeah.
she asked him to run like one errand and he was like, I have to cut my hair, so you can't help her. I
Mhm.
was like, ew, like, ew, Edmund. Like, you're not a nice guy.
No,
You're a selfish guy. And
not
like,
a nice guy.
be nice on camera, but that's not real, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I
ew.
can't even imagine the stuff that was going on off camera because we saw some wild shit on camera.
I know that she's one of God's strongest soldiers.
Yes. She is. And
That's what I know.
yeah, so this is my petition for teachers and social workers to be appreciated more and get paid more is season 9, episode 12 of Love is Blind. That is
Yeah,
teachers and social workers need to be fucking paid. Okay? Do
agreed.
you see? Do you see the work they're putting in?
Yeah. We
Okay.
don't need starting at 35K.
No.
Okay. That's like 12,
Put a one in front of
13.
that. Put a
Yeah.
one in front of that.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, that's starting. Starting.
Fund it, government. Fund something.
Find the coins. They're
We
there.
know it's available.
They're there.
Everybody's wearing, the NFL is wearing Nike. Everybody. So much money the NFL has. So we know that the money exists somewhere in America. There's so much money.
The
And then
money is
there's just
there.
none.
I can't believe that nobody started a GoFundMe for KB, to be honest.
Hmm.
Just
Maybe it'll be us.
pay
Who
her
knows?
for what she did. Okay,
If she
Edmund,
did.
I want to know what my question for you is what is the emotional significance of the pick?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What is that? What is that? I
What
don't know
is
what
it?
that is.
Is it you had to have it in on your wedding?
Yeah.
I get it. You need a comb, you need a pick. That's cool. Okay.
Hmm.
You don't have a pocket? All right, I'm with you. You gotta comb your hair, whatever. I
Yeah.
respect it. Every single day.
Different colors, different shades,
And
different.
you're meeting your fiance for the first time, the day of your wedding.
Yeah.
You're
He's
on
a
a jet
character.
ski.
You're on a Jet 2 holiday.
You're on a jet to holiday. My guy, what
Mhm.
is it with you in that pic?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Man, I've got so many questions for KB. I've got so many, but I will just stick with this one because I only get to ask her one. Okay, my question for KB is, did you ever like Edmund at all? Was this a no? Was this a no from the reveal, or was it a no from when he threw that fit in Mexico about sex? It was what
Oh.
I want to know. Like, because I know for sure after that fight in Mexico about I'm a nice guy and you
Mm-hmm.
owe me sex, I know it was a no from that point.
Mm-hmm.
But
She
was it?
slept on the balcony that night. Apparently, there's an interview that she said she slept on a balcony that night.
Yeah,
So like,
I think her and Madison should have left that night
yeah.
together and stayed
Yeah.
together and let Edmund and Joe stay together. That's what I think. I think KB and Madison should have had a room, and Edmund and Joe could have had a room that
I
night.
think they don't get their phones back until they get home from Mexico. So I think if they would have had their phones, they probably would have been a lot more honest about how bad that trip actually was. But I think because it was all still so new and they didn't have their phones, that has to be why. Because I think a lot of things would be different if you get your phones in Mexico
Hmm.
or on your that vacation that you get, you know.
Yeah. So I want to know for her because I think it's very possible that it was a no from reveal
Mm-hmm.
because he was acting real funky weird during that meeting.
Yeah.
Um, but there could have been, yeah, I want to know when it became a no. Because so it was definitely a no after the sex fit. I call it the sex fit. And then because she was so clocked out of humanity and clocked into social work when he was in the cupboards in the apartment. That's when I was like, this girl's on the clock. Because she was just like,
I'm
you
scared.
want me to shut you? Do you want me to close them for you? Whatever you
Yeah.
need to do. So clinical. Like from after the sex fit, she was so clinical with him. She was so clinical with him, like at their wedding. Like that was clinical.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you that I have so many questions for KB. I'm trying to like consolidate all of them into
She did
one.
lose. Okay, there was one time that she wasn't clinical, and that's when she called him a bitch. Okay, that she slipped. I mean, you can only
She
go on like that for so long.
so long, yeah. I want to know. I really I wanted to know more about that day because she seemed really, really over the edge with him. I would have loved to have been like, why not break it off that day? And
Because
then
she's a finisher, she's a closer.
you're right. She is a closer. And I thought it was interesting. I had quoted in my notes when she said, well, I said, thank God in all capitals. KB saved herself from a life of volatile outbursts. But I thought it was really interesting that she said, I would have been miserable.
Yeah, she would have
Yeah,
been.
she would have been miserable. And she was so aware, and I was kind of shocked because I was like, oh, you were so aware that you would have been miserable. Like I
She was
almost,
miserable that whole month,
mm-hmm,
I think.
absolutely.
I think. And I said it on the last time that, or whenever we talked about the sex fit, I said it. If she wouldn't have been able to absolutely beat that man's ass, I would have been scared for her.
Oh my God, yeah, because yeah.
But the fact,
People that do that, what he did, like those are the kind of people that are like family annihilators. Like
so
people that go into fit of rages like that.
also like if you want to see something really concrete with this, go back and watch their wedding scene and watch how quickly he goes from anger to hysterical crying to laughing and joking. I'm talking, he's crying, he's almost crying from sadness and grief and laughing and
Hmm.
joking with her. It's like a matter of instance.
It's like a little Joker-esque, a little maniacal. It's a little like
It's insane.
something, yeah, like some kind of like something is
Yeah.
off,
And
off.
we're not diagnosing him. We have no idea what that is. But I
No,
want you, like, if you are going to sit there and say, oh, he's just a little quirky. No,
that's beyond
the
quirky.
guttural sounds sounding like you were just shot, then you can tell he was so angry,
Mm-hmm.
like gritting his teeth angry, crying and then laughing and nobody should be doing that in a matter of 15 seconds.
Yeah, and a lot of those feelings, it's almost like watching a child, you know? Like I've watched like my toddler do that.
Yeah,
Like he does that where he'll laugh, cry.
yeah.
It's like watching, and it's maybe there is, we know for a fact that he had a really traumatic childhood. And that's kind of where I can chalk up his adult personality comes from, is that he was probably never able to be a child. He was probably a really quiet child. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe it was, and I'm not saying at school. It sounds like school was a big outlet for him. He was, his teacher was there and everything. But I don't know, maybe there was some kind of suppression and now it's like everything's out because everything was in. And it's childhood trauma is one of those things where you don't know what you're going to get in an adult when they have wounds like mother and father wounds like that.
Yeah,
And
certainly.
and that's like the thing that with like a lot of people that have that do have like psychotic breaks and do have like moments of insanity, it's like nobody just becomes that way. There's like a whole slew of history that's behind them, that's happened to them, that's made them crack.
I mean, unless it's drug induced.
Of course, yeah. Of course, yeah.
But yeah, there's like very few except it's very rare for it to be
Right.
not let on.
Yeah. And we really are in this moment talking very like clinically, like I think Edmund is a fine person. I just think he has a lot of like wounds, like a lot of childhood wounds, and something's going on. And I think everybody, that was like a general consensus that something is going
Something's
on.
going on, not ready for marriage or a relationship, really needs to focus on self, needs to
Hmm.
heal, needs to mature, needs to figure out a lot of things, needs to find support, needs to find his
Community, like,
community, needs to find
hmm
his, yes, needs to get his feet underneath him. Um, yeah,
hmm
absolutely all of that. Now, question, I like just general question. Do you think that it was wrong for Netflix to cast him?
Probably. I mean, Netflix does a lot of weird, they make a lot of weird decisions, you know. Same with Nick Lachey being the host
Hmm.
of this and the ultimatum. And um the freaking summer show that they have. I'm like, I don't need I have seen way too much of Nick Lachey in 2025, in my opinion. But yeah, no, I don't think that was the right choice to make. And I've, from the consensus like on TikTok and stuff, I think a lot of people were just like because it's almost it's like you're kind of like watching someone in an episode to where it feels a little off-putting. It feels a little like I shouldn't be consuming this kind of media when you're seeing somebody go into this like this kind of state where you don't know what you're going to get. And I get that people think that that's great for TV, but when you're pushing like a boundary of like mockery, it feels like a little, uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah,
I felt uncomfortable every time I was watching their interactions, truly. I just felt uncomfortable.
yeah, I don't know what kind of stuff that they ask. I don't know what kind of screening they do. I don't know what kind of
Mm-mm.
stuff they ask. So, I mean, I'm sure
Apparently it's like 200 questions or something like that, like
I
200.
would assume they do a background check, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what they do. I guess that would be a really good thing to kind of like research and see what kind of screening they do for these people because
Hmm.
they have cast some real fucking weirdos.
Yeah. And they're notorious for
I'm
it.
not even
Like,
talking about Edmund.
no, not
I'm talking
Edmund.
about the
Yeah.
guy who like was drunk during his sleep study and drunk text like that guy
Yeah.
was
And then he's suing now. Did you see that?
no.
He's suing because he lost his job from that filming. And I'm like,
He should lose everything forever
you
because
were like, then don't go on TV, bro. If you're a weirdo, low key,
he's
don't go
so
on
that
TV.
was so horrible.
Yeah, that was
Um,
wild. What?
well,
Yeah.
KB, I commend her. She took a bad situation and did her best with it. I feel like with the exception of that one time that she did lose it, she was like, "You're a bitch," which is true, to be fair.
I cackled and she was like, I was like,
Yeah, and he is a bitch. You know,
yeah, no, that argument too. Like, I just cannot fighting with people that are like in that like laughing at you when you're fighting with them is so insufferable. Like, you do start to feel like that. You just start to be like, bitch, like,
yeah,
what the fuck? Like, you start to get like,
yeah.
what's so funny? Like nothing's funny. I'm like having a real moment of crisis, and you're laughing in my face, and I'm in distress. Like, fuck
But
off.
she was really kind to him.
She was very apologetic. She's like, I called you out of your name. Like, she
Mhm.
was
Well,
so
I mean,
good.
yeah, like I said, with the exception of that one fight, like for the month that they were together,
Mm-hmm.
really accepting. And if you think that she wasn't, I need you to think about what if he would have matched with um
Any of the other women, honestly.
anybody else. How do you think that would
Nobody, nobody would have put up
nobody
with
would
it.
have been as good to him
Yeah,
as
no.
she was. So commend her for that and commend her for, she did the assignment. She finished, she weighed all of her options and she made her decision at the end. Like you're supposed to. You're not supposed to give up early.
Mm-mm.
No, Nick,
Nick, God,
you're
I was
not supposed to give up early.
disappointed. I was so disappointed in both of them. It started to feel like a train of like that they were like all quitting, and I was like, oh
Oh,
no.
Megan, you're not supposed
Megan? Yeah, Megan? Ugh,
to.
I
Okay,
was
let's do Megan
pissed.
next.
Yeah.
What's your question for Megan?
Um,
I'm not happy with Megan.
at
I'm
all. I'm not happy with her at all. I think my question for Megan would be, do do you think that all there is to life is money?
good
Like
question.
I just don't understand. Like I was trying to follow along with the breakup. Like she's been riding and fighting for this man to like be with her and then to just like throw it all away under the guise of like, well, like I just want to go play tennis on Wednesday mornings and like
He didn't say that you couldn't. What the fuck? Go play tennis on Wednesday mornings while
and
he.
her response, I've been playing alone for 4 years. I don't want to play alone anymore. Then like I'm sorry. First, we really, well, that's kind of part of my question for Jordan, but we really missed our moment of KB and Jordan, you know. I would love to know, was there ever a spark? Because I feel like they could have been match made, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Like very emotionally aware. I mean, just
I agree.
them t they're both beautiful people. I think they would have been a beautiful couple. Like oh, we really missed that. And I do wonder that would be my question for Jordan. Like, was there a vibe with KB ever? You know?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
that's a good question. Okay.
But yeah, Megan, I'm just very disappointed in everything that she decided to do at the end.
My question for Megan is how old are you really? You're not
You're 43 out
you're
of 10 out of 10.
crusty as fuck.
When she said she dated an 80-year-old billionaire, I was like, yeah, she's definitely in her 40s for sure. For sure. Oh, and also my other question for Megan, that I would add to what the money. Are you in an MLM? Are you a life coach? That's what I've heard on the
She
street.
does not need to be life coaching anybody. This girl can't go a single 24 hours without crying. You don't need to be a life coach if you can't go a full 24 hours without crying.
Did you see the cutscenes of her and her friends grilling Jordan?
Uh-uh.
Oh my God, I have to send that to you. Okay, you ask did you say your question for Megan?
My question, no, I said my question for Megan. How old are you
Oh,
actually?
yes, 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 yes.
Jordan, okay, my question for Jordan is how did you present Megan to your son? Did you present her as this is going to be your stepmom? Did you present her as a girlfriend? Did you present her as that you guys were all going to be living together? Like, how much? Because I know they only met one time. What did you tell your son?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm assuming. I mean, he is only 5, so I'm assuming probably like this is my girlfriend, maybe.
Mhm.
I don't know if he could like understand
But then he
more
would
than
have been
that.
at the wedding, right?
Right, yeah. Like he maybe they would have said like we're gonna get married, like we're gonna, maybe get a house together. It's hard to, I mean, I came in to like their whole like breakup scene was really sad and triggering for me because I came into my husband's life when his daughter was 5. And all I could think about is like 5 is so much closer to 1 than it is to 10. You know, your baby is still such a baby at 5. Like you're not really 5, you're like 4, 3, 2, 1. You know, it's really just the first 5 years of your child's life. And
Mhm.
it's such like a sensitive like time because your little baby is now in kindergarten and they're out in the world for 9 hours a day and that is not normal. He's done this experiment and I just felt for him so badly and I was just so heartbroken for him and I was just thinking of like, he did not deserve that. Luca did not deserve that. That was just really, really awful. And it was very like, I don't know. I just was like, it was giving like man the way that she broke up with him. It's like, well, sorry, sorry you did all this but I'm out, because that is the biggest heartbreak as a parent to really lay all your cards out on the table, to be like people think like, oh, like you're a parent, like you got like big cojones, but it's like it's so vulnerable to be a single parent, you know? It's like such a vulnerable space.
Mhm.
All you're worried about if you're a good parent, your whole child's life is your child's safety and putting them around good people that are going to take care of them.
Yeah.
And I mean, the snot was dripping down his nose, his eyes, like he was just devastated. And all he wanted to do was like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I want to go pick up my son at school. It's just like, I was really proud of Netflix for the way that they handled that scene. It felt like there was like no cuts, no edits, no music. That's like a very real conversation that happens with single parents and partners. Like my husband told me multiple stories of, he would have like been dating girls and like a girl would be like Luke would fall asleep with his daughter and then like he'd wake up and a girl would be blowing up his phone, freaking out on him or like, he'd ask a girl like if she wanted to like stay over and meet his daughter or something like that and she'd be like, I'm not ready for this. He had like a few heartbreaks before me, in between like his first wife and me. And it's devastating to be in such a vulnerable position and to
Yeah.
kind of keep getting kicked when you're down.
I don't think Jordan will be getting kicked much longer.
I want to know, Jordan, what celebrity ladies are in your DMs?
Good question. Good.
Because I know ABC's in there. Like, do you want to be the Bachelor after Taylor Frankie Paul? I mean, we could just. How about Taylor Frankie Paul? And no, no, please, no, Taylor, please leave Jordan alone. Um,
Yeah, he doesn't
but
do that. He
no,
doesn't do that either. I want
no.
to give huge kudos to Jordan for I think that there's so many guys who, if they would have been put in his situation, they would have been really not worried and just vibing because they would have been like, I'm gonna ride on her gravy train. And I commend him so fucking much that he was like, I have to continue to go to work. I have to continue to be a provider, provide for my son. Like, he did not for one single second assume that she was going to be I mean, of course she was going to make more than him. Everybody knew that, but she wasn't going to be the sole breadwinner.
Yeah.
Like, I just commend him so much for that. That is ultimately why they broke up, but like what you can say about Jordan is he's got his pride. Like, he did not
Yeah.
like
And yeah, he was so fine with her, like you said, like go do what you want to do. I'm not ever asking you to stop just
and
because
that's what a relationship is though. Like, you don't do everything together.
give people the space to be
You
themselves in
you
relationships.
Yeah, like you quite literally don't do everything together. Like,
No.
for example, I mean, just a couple weeks ago, like I went to Palm Springs with my friends. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we stayed here and he went to work.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm working and he's not working. You can still be like you're still a whole ass person.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, I don't want to do it alone. Okay, but you're not. Like, you're still gonna be like, after you go you go play tennis and go to happy hour, and then he comes home from work. You're gonna conjoin at work and at home, and that's where she would have gotten that fulfillment where you tell each other about your day. How
Mm-hmm.
are you? She's like wanting him to tell her about his day. How are you going to do that if you're always together? Like, you're saying that you want both of these things, and
Mm-hmm.
that's not possible. Because, like, if me and Luis go and, okay, for example, like on Saturday, we're going to go to an estate sale and then we're going to go to this like Asian festival.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun. We're going to have a super fun day together, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we get home from doing that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to sit and have a huge conversation about it.
No. Yeah.
But like today, he was at work until like 7 o'clock. He worked his regular day, then he had an extra thing he did for work,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had like my day. So today, when he got home at 7, we did sit down and talk
Mm-hmm.
because we had a different day.
Mm-hmm.
So, Megan, like, what really do you want? Because you can't have this man be with you 24/7 and then talking to you 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then also we were talking about earlier about how it's a red flag if you can't just kind of like be with each other and like existing and not be
Hmm.
always conversating. Of course, communication is so important and you've got to talk to your partner. Duh.
Yeah.
You're not just like sitting in stony silence all the time. But there shouldn't be like this need to have a heart to heart every day.
No, yeah. I
That's
think, yeah, no, I think that truly Megan doesn't want to be a parent. I think that's what like a lot of it was. And I wrote in my notes, I said, I'm so glad Jordan's story was showcased because being a parent is fucking hard. Rigid. The schedule is fixed for
wow.
basically 18 years. If you're a good present parent, you really put yourself on the side. And I'm not shocked at all that Megan bowed out because she can't do that. It's okay, but maybe don't have kids if you can't do that.
Yeah.
Don't have kids. If you cannot put yourself to the side and you like if you want to make your own schedule where you're doing all of the things that you want to do all the time, then don't have kids
Yeah.
because they consume your entire life for the rest of your life if you're a good parent.
Yeah.
That they're my calendar is my kids' schedule. Like mine is in my calendar, you know? But like they are my schedule. Like I can't go do something on Saturday because I have my kids full time. I
Yeah.
can't go do like a festival or a thing like unless I have childcare, you
Mhm.
know? And Jordan has 50-50. He has a very present co-parent.
Mhm.
So that means that she would have him 50% of the time alone. Baby, you're fine. You're not even being a full-time parent at
Yeah.
all.
And the way that she switched up from this is a sign from my dad because my dad had type 1 diabetes and
Yeah.
Luca has type 1 diabetes and I'm the best one for when made that comment and was like, I'm the best one to be his stepmom. I was like, okay, what about Allie? Allie's literally a nurse. Like, what about a literal
Ooh,
nurse?
we missed an Allie Jordan moment too, because
Baby, that would have been a beautiful couple.
oh my God, beautiful. We missed that moment.
Poor Gina.
Yeah,
But I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you know, you're the absolute best. Like, you've worked in oil. What about working in oil and gas makes you qualified to be a caregiver for a 5-year-old type 1 diabetic?
literally. I think that she probably met his mom and realized how present his mom is. Like, I think there was definitely a shift after she met Luca's mom and realized, like, and maybe it's that she's not meant to be a step parent. Maybe she needs to, because some people can have kids from day one, and then you guys can grow together and create your own schedule together. But when you become a step parent, you're like walking into a story that's like halfway already written
True.
and you have to navigate it. And I get it. It to me, being a step parent is harder than being a parent because like when I came into my stepdaughter's life, she already had a mom and a dad. I had to navigate my relationship with her and where I
All of the
fit in.
responsibilities and not as many of the perks,
Exactly.
right?
And you never like she seems to be the kind of person that needs a lot of praise. Like, oh, I'll have
Never
to have
gonna
you.
get that. You're not
No, not when you're a step parent. No,
only criticism, probably.
you'll sit in the shadow, but you will get the most beautiful relationship with the child. But that is the price. And that price comes at the end. That's something that you're just like, it's like you're like taking care of like the hardest plant in the world. And the prize is at the end when you like show it off, maybe at their wedding, maybe at their graduation, whenever it clocks in, like who you are to them. But it's not about you anymore when you have kids. And I don't think Megan is maybe, I don't know that I think that might be her like announcement is that she's pregnant because it's been a year and like it seemed kind of like that's what they were alluding to. Which to me is kind of crazy if she's pregnant because I agreed with her. I'm like, maybe you shouldn't be a parent. You know,
And
like
that's okay. And that's the thing. Like,
that's
that's
okay.
okay.
That's okay.
Know that about yourself. It's not even a big deal.
It is a rigid life and a rigid schedule, but like that's
But if it's
okay,
not
babe.
if it's not for you, then like and people I think forget too how many by not having your own kids, how many opportunities that gives you to do stuff with kids. So like our
Hmm.
like you can actually do stuff with your friends' kids. You can do stuff with your nieces and nephews.
You can be the star of the show, the star aunt that gives all the cool gifts.
Literally, like you can
Yeah.
hype those kids up. You can,
Hmm.
like do the like fun things with them and give them undivided attention,
Hmm.
you know? Because and the literal only reason you're able to do that is because you don't have your own kids.
Yeah. But if she thinks motherhood looks like, oh my God, Megan, you're a mother. You're a mother. Oh my God, you're a mother. You're such a good mom. That's not motherhood. Motherhood is like maybe like once every 6 months. Like, you're doing it. Good job at keeping that kid alive. Like, but like you're not getting praised all the time. Like you are in the trenches. Like I'm finally like getting out of the trenches, but I've been in the trenches for like 5 years, you know? Like I'm finally out of them. And
Yeah.
I'm like the baby factory is closed because like I'm out of the trenches. Like I put my son to bed tonight and it's the first time ever that he like was like since he was probably like 1 that he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll go get in bed." He's been falling asleep on the couch taking until like 10 o'clock at night.
Every night, literally, Caro, every day and every night is something different with him. Like with not going to bed.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Because you tell me, you're like, this is what's going on
Literally.
tonight. And
Or
I'm
I'm like telling you what's happened. Like, you're like, like even like how you do your diamond art. There's not a chance in God's green earth that I could sit here and do diamond art at any point of the day at all. At all. There's not a chance that I could fucking crochet. There's not a chance that I could make fucking clay art. I can hardly even bring out jewelry to make keychains.
you're lucky if you can eat.
Yeah, I'm blessed with these. This is my blessing. I get an AirPod and I get to listen to a book or a podcast. That's my me time
Yeah,
throughout the
because
day.
sometimes whenever you go in there with him to put him to bed, sometimes you're in there for hours.
Yeah, that has stopped with the couch thing. Like yeah, that has stopped, and that's why
You
I was
were
very
going through the books though. You were going through the audiobooks though during that
I
phase.
was going. I was like fighting for my life. Like I actually tonight I got a little triggered by going in the room with him still awake. I was a little scared. As soon as I got in his bed, I was like, I fucked up. I fucked up. Because I can't leave now because then he thinks that we're just gonna go in and out all night. But I opened the door because he was upset. I opened the door because I was like, okay, let's just go back on the couch and lay down. He grabbed a toy. He walked back into his room. He was just missing his toy. He grabbed his toy, got in his bed, and fell asleep. And I was like,
Praise.
hello. I walked into the office, in my husband's office at 9, and I was like, he fell asleep in his bed by himself. I don't know what's going on. Is this 4? I'm like, is this 4 years old? Because if this is what 4 is going to look like, baby, I'm ready for 4.
You take
Like,
it. So Megan, if you're listening, maybe really think hard about this. Hard.
Like, I get it. Like, I like lived alone, but my whole time as an adult when I was by myself, and maybe it was because my whole like childhood I was an older sister, I did feel like I was missing something. I was missing something in my routine. And I find a lot of fulfillment in being a mother. Like I don't really like a quiet house. Like I didn't grow up with a quiet house. I grew up with a loud Italian step family, and I find like pleasure in the chaos of it all. And I'm sure like I'll miss it and maybe I'll babysit or like help my friends when my kids are grown, because I love children.
That's the thing that
Yeah.
the beautiful, beautiful thing is like there are always kids around
Yeah. Kids
that
need
need
you.
somebody, like, or their parents need you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just you can always find a way to help somebody that has.
Yeah. Maybe like volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club before like filling an innocent being in your uterus. That's just my
There's
opinion, Megan.
kids everywhere that need attention and love.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, our
Yeah.
very least favorite couple, I think we would agree, our least favorite couple here, Annie and Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God they left as soon as they did because they really got a lot less of the smoke. If they would have stayed around
Mhm.
and gone through with the wedding. Um, should I say my question? My
Who do you want to
question.
start with?
I'll start with Nick.
Okay, what's your question for Nick?
Nick, I want to know when you're gonna come out.
Very similar to
When are
my
you
question.
moving?
My question, and I would look him dead in his face when I asked this. Has Grinder ever crashed when you were using it? I know he was on Grinder.
Or, oh my God, or just play the tone. Just play the grinder tone and be like, do you know what this is?
After Annie fell into her drunken sleeps, or hysterical drunken sleeps, I know he was on Grinder. I want to know if it's ever crashed when you were using it. Okay.
Mhm.
Annie, my question for Annie is, have you, okay, so she owns a hair salon in Denver,
Mhm.
allegedly. Looking at her hair, I honestly can't believe it. Crazy.
Mm.
Um, have you lost LGBTQ clientele?
Oh, good question.
I am dying to know because I don't.
Hmm.
You're in Denver and
Yeah.
you own a salon.
Hmm.
There's no way you don't have a significant
Yeah.
LGBTQ clientele.
Yes.
And why?
And
And have you lost them? Because I hope you have.
I hope you have. I really hope you have. Yeah, no. I want to know, Annie, what kind of extensions do you use and have you ever brushed them? That's my question. And I would look into K-tip extensions and a hairbrush.
I
Those
would
are
look
my.
into a lobotomy.
But I did say this to Hannah, I don't think Annie was wrong pushing Nick to go to the altar. I
I
think,
will agree with you on that.
yeah,
Yes. But she was so fucking insufferable though. In that moment, she
yeah,
was with the chalupas.
she
Bitch.
was so insufferable. I wish she would have been a little bit, and again, maybe this is like an editing thing, but I wish he would have been a little bit more direct with her from the jump.
But he doesn't
Like,
know what to do with a
yeah.
girl
And I don't think he was ever like being honest about anything.
at all. Not
No.
at all. They truly deserved one another.
Truly. They should. I think I said, right? I think I said that I thought they would have ended up married.
I thought they were going to get married.
Right. I think we both
Yeah.
thought that they were going to get married.
And
Yeah.
then I thought Allie and Anton were. You did not.
Right.
And then I
I
think,
thought Megan and Jordan were going to make it to the altar, I think, and get married.
yeah.
Yeah, no, Megan surprised me. I was
I just
very
thought that
disappointed.
Annie and Nick would get married, honestly, just over their weird religious beliefs and homophobia.
I want to know, oh, my actual question for Annie, who were you texting when you were talking with Nick? Who were you texting?
That was wild.
Yeah, because the conversation even before, 90% sure the wedding's off. And that was before they even sat down to film. And then she said, filming, I'll call you back. And then it said, he's calling off the wedding. Who were you talking to? Your friend, one of the girls, your mom? I want to know. I would love to know. I do actually hope they ask that in the reunion. Like, who were you talking
I
to?
think they should ask all of our questions in the reunion.
Yeah. Is
We
there still
don't-
time? Actually, no, it's already been filmed. Remember that one time they tried to do a live? It was such a mess. Oh my God.
I think I do remember that. These were
That
good
was bad.
questions. I'm really proud of us.
Me too. We did good.
Okay, so what are the reunion? Do you have any reunion predictions?
I do think that Megan might be pregnant and maybe dating or has dated Mike. Is that his name? The one that was like the MLM guy. Is that his name, Mike? I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
He looks like a Mike, very,
Yeah, very Mike-like.
yeah.
Um, I think that Casey. I think a lot of people are coming for Casey's neck because from what I heard, a big reason why Joe called it off was because of Casey, because they were dating and like she came on to him. Me and Hannah really have to catch up on all of
You
the
got this.
interviews.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what we're going to be doing this week.
Yeah.
It's Thursday night. We're going to be doing interviews, podcast interviews,
Yeah.
and then the show
Lots of
next
notes.
Wednesday.
We have 6 days. We have 6 days until the reunion right now.
We will be. They're
We're clocking
probably
in.
they're probably going to give us honest. I think the podcast interviews will be better than the reunion, to be honest. The
Totally. And the
reunion, they
inter
give
yeah.
nothing, like
Hmm.
nothing.
Yeah. And I wonder, oh, I guess also we'll probably have to do another follow-up because after the reunion, the six couples are usually, because the six haven't been really bigly interviewed yet because they're not allowed to until after the reunion.
Oh,
So after the reunion, then we'll probably get somebody on the Vile Files, maybe somebody on Call Her Daddy. So that's
okay.
usually what happens after is the big characters. I'm excited for whoever gets Jordan because I want to hear so much from him. I really hope he
I
does an
do.
interview
I want
with
to hear from
somebody.
him and KB.
Yes, yeah.
I want to hear.
Oh, I need you right now. I sent it to you through Don't Ruin My Mood. I want to hear your thoughts of Megan and her friends t grilling Jordan.
Oh, okay.
I sent it to you on Instagram
Okay.
because what the fuck? You guys did not see that.
Rover. Okay, first question. Oh, can I pause this?
I think it's a reel.
Okay. I'll write down my thoughts.
Can she? Me and Hannah just made the same face. Can she take care of herself? Because she's saying she can. Wow.
Okay,
Nobody.
my thoughts. She could, and I've said this with me. If she would chill out, she could have a good life with him.
Yeah. Also, like Lala Kent said, um, somebody else could buy me a Range Rover. Baby. Who
That's
fucking cares about your
funny.
fucking car and your fucking what you have? Who cares?
She's acting like a Range Rover is a Lambo.
Yeah, I know.
Dude,
Like,
I'm
okay.
literally so broke and I drive an Audi. What do you
I
mean?
yeah, literally. Like a car is a car.
Like,
Like people can inherit cars in so many different ways. Like similar to
Range Rover is
houses.
inspiring. You guys have,
Nobody's ever put her on a pedestal. Okay, so why are you shitting on him for driving a fucking Kia? I'm sorry. The new Kias are so fucking nice. They're like 50K. Hello, that's a lot of money.
yeah,
Like
they are.
what?
No, her friends all look really old too.
You know what I commented on that post? I said, I don't know how to make this come off, but her friends like look exactly as I expected they would look.
Old and crusty.
Mm-hmm. 100%. They're like in their like late 40s and 50s.
But
If all the other girls are in their 30s, there's no way that those girls, those women with Megan are 30.
no,
We're 30s.
yes,
They're not 30s. No way.
no,
They look so much older. Like they look like my mom. My mom's in her 50s. Like,
crusty. It's because they're crusty. They're crusty. Being
yeah.
crusty, having a crusty personality makes you look, makes
Yeah.
you age really.
No, literally. I'm like, you guys are like, and
No,
when you dress with those fucking hats inside, you look ridiculous. I hope you know that.
oh, I
You
think,
look crazy. You all look crazy and weird talking about a Range Rover. Like,
yeah, you guys are literally creaming your pants over a Range Rover, and that's
like,
weird.
why don't you fucking marry Megan? You weirdos.
Actually, yeah. And also, if she's a millionaire, why didn't she buy you guys all new cars? If I was a millionaire, I would buy you a new car.
I'll send you the link.
I mean, duh, right? Like,
Oh my God. Dude, my dream car is the new Honda Pilot, and I don't care how much money I make. It looks like a fucking Range Rover. It's fucking sexy, and it's a Honda, which means it's great on gas. I feel the same way that Jordan does. It doesn't matter, like, just because I have money, like, you can have class without making a lot of money. Like you can like acquire things through different ways, through being a good person, through thrifting, through, some people work for things instead of like for, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, the trading, like I've traded things and like, I don't know, it's just like a weird way to like possessional items to me does not like equate class and money, in my
Kim
opinion.
has no idea what she is missing out on because that is indeed the kind of guy you want. And it's maybe not like sometimes it does take some time to come to terms with the fact that that's the kind of guy you want, but you should be able to come to those terms by the time you're 33 or 43. Hello. You should be able to come to terms with that by the time you're that age.
Hmm.
That is the kind of guy you want. Chill, respectful, funny, knows how to shut the fuck up. Like she thinks that she wants this guy that blah, 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 blah. Have you ever been around a guy like that? It's horrible.
Horrible. I married a guy like that that wouldn't ever shut the fuck up and thought that his thoughts were more important than everybody else's thoughts in the room.
I
The
love it.
like
Shut the
Jordan
fuck
is
up.
fiercely loyal. He is confident in his skin, confident enough to take a backseat to a woman's career and say, I love that for you, babe. Have a blast. Go play tennis on a Wednesday morning. I'm gonna be at home with my kid because I have a 5-year-old who
Mhm.
has a disability. I don't think he's asking for a lot. Like when I say it
He's
out loud,
asking
she
for
sounds crazy.
nothing.
Like,
Yeah, he's even like, let me go get my balls cut open again.
hmm
Do you want to know how you know that Jordan is a good guy? Because he got a vasectomy for birth control.
yeah.
He doesn't expect women to be responsible for that aspect. He doesn't expect them to pump hormones into their bodies to prevent pregnancies.
hmm
He said, "Oh, you know what's an easy way for me to go ahead and take care of this? Let me go get my balls cut open,
Yeah.
cauterized." And he did that. That is how you
Yeah.
know that is a good guy, okay? And you
Yeah.
can't tell me otherwise.
No. When I went like literally when I was watching Jordan, I'm like I literally feel like I'm watching my husband. Like I have admiration for Jordan on like a cellular level because I am with a man that is so similar to him. And I am just like, yeah, that is like a dream guy. Yeah, they're gonna have bad days. They're gonna be in shitty attitudes. Tell them, hey, you're in a shitty mood. Like maybe just go do your own thing, you know? There's nothing wrong with like humans being humans. If they are loyal, respectful, kind, honest, they have a bad day. Okay, they have a bad day. Okay, he
And
wants to be quiet after work. He works in sales. It's fucking exhausting, bro. He's
yeah.
tired. He's a manager. You know how much little fires he has to put out every day?
Okay. And he was doing really well putting up with her incessant crying. Like she cried in almost every scene.
It's wild. And with no emotion. She emotes nothing in the face, but she's crying all the time.
And you know that it's not easy for men to maneuver women crying. They
Yeah,
really don't. They don't
he
know what
handles it with grace
yeah.
and he holds space for her tears.
Yeah.
Sometimes he even choked up when she was crying. Like he had
99 out of 100 guys would be like, stop.
There's even been moments where I've been crying and Luke's like, I really have to go right now. Like I can't do this. And I'm like, that's okay. I just need you to cry.
Right. Or they're just like,
Like men don't really know how to handle crying.
they
They
don't.
really don't.
And he was letting her cry like every day.
All the time. And he has a literal 5-year-old. You guys do not understand. 5-year-olds are well, maybe you do because you've been watching Edmund. So 5-year-olds are like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like so range of like I remember when my stepdaughter was 5 and like she crashed out over not wanting to finish her raviolis and was like, I don't want to eat the guacamole. And we started cracking up because we're like, those are raviolis. And then just burst into tears. And we're like, oh my God, it's like Jack Jack from The Incredibles. They have such a range of emotions, like so quickly. So the fact that he can hold so much space for an adult woman that is older than him, because hello, Jordan is 29. He's not even 30 yet. He's 29. The frontal lobe is developed, but like he has so much capacity to be a mid-level manager, worst job ever. Worst job ever to be a mid-level manager. You get shit on from the top, shit on from the bottom. You're a 5-year-old to or you're a parent to a 5-year-old with a disability, and then you're dealing with a new fiance that you've known for like 3 weeks, and she's crying all the time, and she's rich. And he's like, babe, what are you crying about? You have so much fucking money, and all you do is play tennis
In a
and go
rage right
shopping.
there.
And
Wow.
all you do is wear Lululemon, go play tennis, talk to your old friends, talk about being in the gas and oil industry, and you're starting an MLM. What are you crying about, Megan? What are you crying about? We'll never know. We'll never know.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
something. She says that her business is like health and wellness or something. I am gonna put this on the record firmly. I will never let somebody who cries every day tell me anything about health or wellness.
No, because like what is going on?
You you simply need to get that. You crying obviously healthy emotional outlet.
Hmm.
Not every day.
Maybe like get a psychiatrist, you know?
Maybe. I can see her doing a you know who though that fell in love with her psychiatrist.
Oh my God, yeah.
I can
No,
see
she's like exactly like her. She really is.
histrionic,
She's
hysterical.
she's exactly like her. Oh, I do want to go back to Anton and Allie.
Okay.
In my notes, I said, thank God that Allie said no. I knew when she had a Russian bestie, she probably would. And the moral support from her sisters, too strong and independent for a Russian man, in my opinion. They like sub women. I really do feel like Anton just like, and this is no shade to Anton or to the Russian community. I just feel like he just needs a subservient woman, and Allie is too powerful. If I called her Annie, sorry, but I feel like Allie is just
Annie
like
is not powerful.
Annie is a business owner. If her business is still open, I guess we'll find out on the 29th. Oh
I
my
just,
God.
yeah, between that and then the way that her own hair looks, like how?
Well, and you have to think like they're like they filmed a year ago, like probably a year ago in maybe September 2024.
Mhm.
So like they've been living life and then their show comes out. Imagine like her clients, like if they have like gay children, gay family members. They're like, "What the fuck? You filmed this a year ago?" And this is like your belief system.
Yeah.
And I know like some people believe like, "Oh, like my belief system shouldn't affect my like okay, like separation of church and state can't be selective, you know. If you're gonna like vote for that to be in the world, then you can't be selective and be like, well, this shouldn't affect my business. My personal belief shouldn't affect my business. Well, babe, if you go on a TV show, they're going to
If
affect your
you, yeah, if
business.
you say it on TV, it will. Like,
If you're airing out all your shit
I
publicly,
would, yeah, I mean, like, I would have to agree that your beliefs shouldn't affect your business, but that is to the limitation that you don't,
right, of like personal. Yeah.
that you don't say them on television. If you say them on television, that's a whole nother thing, and you did that.
Yeah. And this is global television. I don't know if you guys watch all the way to the end, but this is dubbed in every fucking language plus English. So like it is not just like an American show. Like everybody in the world is watching this show. So good luck.
Well, they didn't give us a whole lot to watch, to be fair. But well, good recap. Good recap. I'm excited for next week. This was fun.
This was fun. I'm excited. Thank you guys if you made it to the end for sticking with us. And I hope that you guys are watching Love is Blind with us
I hope
because
so. Because otherwise this isn't making
it's
sense.
making no sense. You must be, right? If you made it all the way
It's
through.
like, well, we were just like, who are these people? Yeah, no, if you're not, you should. It's so bad that it's good, really.
Yes, yes, literally. I'm so excited for the finale and yeah. Good night. We love
Oh,
you
the podcast.
guys. What? Oh,
And,
yes. Yeah, and the podcast.
yeah. All right, well, have a wonderful week. Thank you for listening. Mwah, 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 mwah. Good night.
Good night.